Last class we have discussed a Carnot map, how to draw a Carnot map, how to make a pair, a quad and an octet. That means we'll be grouping the ones together. Here you can see I have made a pair, this is a pair, 2 ones are coming means it forms a pair, if 4 are coming it forms a quad, if you have 8 you call it an octet. So in this truth table you are having one octet and one pair. And in the Carnot map simplification, what we do is, when you take the product, if you take this one, the product is A complement B, C complement D. And in this group, the product is changing. What is the input that is changing? Here from this one to this one, A complement is changing to A. C complement D is remaining the same. And whichever input is changing, that is eliminated, that is omitted. That is how you do the simplification. So in this case the product will be A complement A is omitted, so it will be B C complement D. Similarly, you look at this octet. In this graph, whichever is changing the sign, here you see B is changing to B complement, then here C complement is remaining the same, D complement is, here it is D complement, here it is D. So D can be eliminated, and here you see C complement and C is coming here when you take the product. So you can eliminate B, C and D inputs. So finally what remains will be A. So your output will be Y equal to A plus B C complement D. So that is how, with the help of Carnot map, you simplify the logic. The same thing you can have when you apply the Boolean simplification also, but this is much more easier. Simply by looking at the map itself, you can write down the output expression. One more case I am taking. Here this is the Carnot map for the different inputs A, B. Here I have grouped this. This is a pair, this is a pair. But in this case, if I roll this sheet of paper, this will come in contact with this one. So it will, by rolling, it will look like this. It is part of a quad. So you can consider this as a quad because they can be rolled in. So when they are rolled in, the output, again you will have to look at which input is changing from complemented to the uncomplemented form. Here A complement is changing to A, so A can be eliminated. When you take this and this, D complement is remaining the same, C complement is changing to C. So you can eliminate both A and C input. So what remains in the product will be Y equal to B D complement. Here B is there, D complement is there. The other inputs are changing sign, so can be eliminated. So simply by looking at this, you can write on the Boolean expression. If you look at the unsimplified form, Boolean simplification you are looking means, if you take it the product, this is A complement B C complement D plus A B C complement D. You can simplify with Boolean expression as B C complement D. Similarly, this one simplifies to again B C D complement. So this can be further simplified by taking B D complement common outside into C complement plus C. C complement plus C is 1. So you'll get again B D complement. The same thing we got simply by looking at the Carnot map and eliminating the input which is changing from uncomplemented to the complement form. So how simple it is, you can understand. Again, now you can look at this Carnot map. I have a pair here. This is another pair. Now I find that there is this one and this one which can again be paired. But if you look at this, these two ones, they are shared by other members. That means if we look at these two ones only, the group I have made with the red color, it has not got an identity of itself because each of its elements are members of other group. That means this cannot form a group on its own. It is called a redundant group. Redundant group means its members. The one you are seeing in the red is the redundant group. Its members are completely overlapped by other groups. They are shared by other groups. They have no independent existence. They have to be shared by other groups. So we can call this a redundant group. So redundant groups are eliminated when you cannot consider this as a group. So you have to consider only these green groups finally when you take the Boolean expression, or when you take the output you have to count only these two groups. This cannot be counted because this is called a redundant group. It is not having existence on its own. Its members are overlapped by the other groups. Now one more condition is there, don't care. In some of the logics, suppose at this place A complement, B complement, C complement, D complement. Even if you have 0 or even if you have 1, if it does not affect the output of a circuit, because your logic depends only on these two outputs. So the other inputs which are not relevant, whether it is 0 or 1, if it does not affect your output, you call it a don't care situation. That means whatever input you give, if suppose this is 1 or 0, it is not going to affect your result. Similarly, another one, if you are taking, suppose this case, A, B complement, C complement, D. Even if it is 0 or 1, if it is not affecting your result, you call it a don't care situation. So don't care you put with an X. So if you want it as 0, you can take it as 0. If you want to take it as 1, you can take it as 1. That is the peculiarity of the don't care situation. That means you are giving the input, whatever it is, it does not affect the result. So this is another Karnaugh map. I have taken the output 1 conditions, output 0 conditions, and certain situations where there are don't care. That means whatever be the inputs here, it does not affect our output. And these don't cares can be grouped together with the ones or zeros as required by us. So here I have grouped the don't cares with 1. This forms a quad, this forms another quad, and this forms another quad. So in Karnaugh map simplification, you can use the don't care situations also to reduce the map. Whether its output is 1 or 0, it will not affect our final output Y. That is don't care situation.